Hi guys and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 93. Coinbase staking Tezos, Square charging fees for Bitcoin purchases, and Ripple's on-demand liquidity. Now, guys, if you're catching this stream live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you are thinking. Now, if you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us, once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. The link is in the description. Now, so yesterday, guys, I had a horrible day. I had a massive headache. Today, much better for sure. So, yeah, by the way, this weekend, Saturday, stream is going to be earlier than usual. And then Sunday, the stream is probably going to be a little bit later than usual. I'm thinking about 11 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure yet. I'm taking my kid out camping, so I'm not sure what time I'm going to get back yet. I do want to spend some time with him, you know, at least the last, what episode is this? 93. So over 93 days that I have not spent a full weekend with him. So I definitely I'm going to go out and, you know, spend time with my family this weekend, and I'll see you earlier on Saturday and then a little bit later than usual on Sunday. That's the only announcement I have that is not crypto related. So without further ado, let's get into the news. Yeah. So Coinbase is for the first time allowing general users to earn rewards by simply holding cryptocurrency, starting with Tezos, right? So Coinbase said that U.S. customers, except for residents of Hawaii and New York, can now stake the smart contract platform crypto with an estimated 5% annual return. Now, Coinbase's 5% estimate is based on Tezos' last 90 days of staking results. The firm also notes that there is an initial holding period of 35 to 40 days, after which stakers will start to see rewards appear in their accounts every 3 days. Now, the exchange has also added Tezos to Coinbase Earn, a program aimed at educating the public about crypto, and will give out XTZ tokens to participants completing the educational videos. Now, I have used Coinbase Earn. I did get some crypto out of that. Mainly, I think I got basic attention token, and I'm trying to remember which other one I got with them. I think CRX might be the other one. And you know, it's free. You just watch a small video, answer I think 1 or 2 questions at the end, and then you get your free coins, right? Even though it's not much, sometimes it's $10 worth of crypto, $5, $3. You know, it varies, but at least it's there, right? And it's free. So yeah, that 5% that they're giving out, it's annually, so it's not a lot, but it's better than nothing, right? If you're not thinking about using your Tezos, you just want to hold on to them, you're hodling long term because that's your strategy, you believe it's going to go up in the long term, then you know, certainly it would make sense that you park it at least somewhere where it's going to pay you interest, right? So it's not just losing value every day. At least you're earning a little bit more besides what the exchange is doing, right? Anyways, on to the next article. This one is short, and it just states that Michael Novogratz, the founder of crypto investment bank Galaxy Digital, believes that the Chinese president's announcement in late October triggered the recent surge in Bitcoin price. A lot of us do think that, right? So, anyways, he states that he stated that by urging China to embrace blockchain technology, for the sake of the country, she just credentialized crypto and blockchain. That's it. There's nothing more that's worth mentioning on the article. I'm trying to keep track of where I'm at live here. 1 second, guys. Apparently, I'm not that far behind from the stream, but it's weird. I know there's some people watching. It just shows me there's 1 people watching, but I know there's more than 1 for a fact. It's just off with the way Twitter handles this, right? Sorry, not Twitter, YouTube. Anyways, that's the only articles I have for the main cryptosphere. So let's go back and look at market cap and what is going on. Yesterday, money flew out of the cryptosphere, right? 1.93%. Right now, gaining a little bit of money coming back in, 0.44% yesterday. From an opening of 244.44 billion, closing at 239.73 billion, and right now sitting at 240.77 billion dollars, right? So again, recovering a little bit of sideways movement, as you can tell. Right now, we're sitting at that median, right, that we had at least for the last couple days. If you were to average this out, I'm pretty sure we would be sitting really, really close to the median average of the price of crypto. Of the money that's been flowing into the crypto sphere over the last, when was this? So October the 27th at least, right? So almost 11 days or so. Anyways, on to Bitcoin dominance. What is happening with the dominance of Bitcoin? David, what's up, man? How's it going? Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. How's life, man? How's the studio treating you? You still working late, man? Anyways, Bitcoin dominance. Like I said, yesterday gained dominance 0.39%. Right now, losing a little bit of dominance, 0.05%. Sitting below that 20 MA for dominance. Anyways, yesterday from an opening of 68.95, closing at 69.21, and right now sitting at 69.17% of market cap. You know, money, or crypto, I mean Bitcoin, just more or less also like losing dominance still within that downtrend that we traced. Again, we have not moved it since we traced it, and I think when we traced it initially, it was down here. So yeah, we did move it back when this spike happened, and we haven't shifted it since. But as you can tell, we're still on the downtrend, right? Yes, Luis beat your donation. Shadow Wolf came in and donated $5. That happened, I think, 3 or 4 days ago, maybe, man. I'm not sure. I'm trying to keep track of that. Anyways, yeah, that's it for the main crypto and dominance for Bitcoin. So let's do the Bitcoin article. I only have one, and then after that we'll do Bitcoin, and then I have articles for the rest of the coins except Litecoin. So from Ripple we'll just jump straight into Litecoin. Anyways, this dude, Jack Dorsey, I'm not sure how his name is said, but this bro. This article just starts by saying that Jack Dorsey may love Bitcoin, but it looks like Square needs a better margin on it regardless. Now, Square Cash app has started charging standalone fees of as much as 1.76% on Bitcoin purchases. I believe that's a little bit high. Anyways, the Cash app's support website now acknowledges fees, writing that Cash app may charge a fee when you buy or sell Bitcoin. If so, the fee will be listed on the trade confirmation before you complete a transaction. Watch out, you're gonna get charged that, right? So, David, if you're using Square, be careful. Anyways, according to the Internet Archive, the same Bitcoin fee page stated on March 8th, 2019, you are not charged a conversion fee or any other fees to buy and sell Bitcoin through the Cash app. So again, they started charging that. Right here is, you can see, Cash app may charge a fee. Back then, it said you were not charging a conversion fee. Anyways, one screenshot of a purchase page dated November the 5th showed a 10-cent fee for a $10 purchase or a 1% charge. They also saw an 88-cent fee for a $50 purchase or 1.76% and $1.75 dollars for a $100 purchase or 1.75%. Now, it seems that Square runs down in certain instances. But again, Cash App charges two kinds of fees for Bitcoin transactions. One of them is a service fee for each transaction, and the other one, it depends on market activity. An additional fee might be determined by price volatility across US exchanges. So if you're using Square, you know, there's fees that are coming in. You might want to look for other services that you can use to purchase Bitcoin or sell Bitcoin, or at least transact in Bitcoin, where the rates are probably going to be much lower. Anyways, yeah, that's the only article I have for Bitcoin. We're going to look at the Bitcoin chart. Then we'll come back to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum news and then Ethereum chart. You know the flow, right? If you follow the stream, you know how we do it. So let's go look at Bitcoin, see what's going on, man. Bitcoin, okay, yesterday we traced this down-sloping channel, right? We can see that we're still within that down-sloping channel, this minor one, right? We broke out of this major down-sloping channel. We're now still down-sloping within this channel. Top line and of the smaller channel, this one I'm going to highlight right now. And the larger one, this one, this one makes a resistance. This one makes a support, right? This top one makes a resistance. If you trace those, right, you could certainly state that more or less outside of that, you might be able to see that we are within a falling wedge, sorta. But rather than say that, I would propose this and say that we have a sort of triangle that we're building. We have stayed within this blue area of support resistance that we have traced. Have not been able to break out of that. Anyways, still range bound by the 10,219.83 and the 8,983.08. Right now, the price of Bitcoin sitting at 9,227.73, right? That's where we're sitting at. Now, let's try to figure out what else is Bitcoin gonna do, right? We want to get a better idea for the market. So for that, we're gonna have to zoom in to the smaller frames because here is a daily. Things take a longer time to happen, right? So we're not gonna get a clearer picture right now. We can see the positive momentum still decreasing, sitting neutral on the RSI at 56.14. Not much has changed in the last couple days, except that we've just had a move to the downside. Look, if we break this triangle, I'll just touch on this real quick. If we break the triangle, we still have that midline of the channel that we can bounce off, right? Seems that we came in yesterday, we touched the bottom part of the blue area, bounce off it. Right now we're trying to move up, but still some indecision going on. If we break that, then we have the top part of the larger channel that we broke out of that we can use as support. And if we break that, then we have the bottom part of the down-sloping channel, the more minor one we just traced, that we can also use that support. That's it for this on the daily. Let's go into the 4-hour, man. On the 4-hour, are we lower? No, we're not lower. Are we making more negative momentum? Yes, we are making more negative momentum slightly. So from the previous island to right now, you can see that you're going lower, right? And here you can tell that you're going higher. And here you can also see that you're going lower. So again, you have hidden bullish divergence. That will usually mean that you have price continuation. Now we have been range bound for a while, so price continuation could just mean sideways motion. The trend is down sloping right now, so it just could be meaning a down sloping move right now. We are getting a sort of a bounce again. We could come up, touch that 20 MA. If we touch that 20 MA and break it, then we have that upper part of the channel as an area of resistance that we can touch. And then if we break that, we have that top part of the blue area that we can touch. So again, yeah, sideways motion, man, for sure. But that's it for this, man. Nothing else I can see in the shorter term that would indicate anything. Everything else, at least on the green, it's lower than the previous one. We have not made a positive momentum island yet. That negative momentum still decreasing, and we're sitting low on the RSI at 46.65. Again, low meaning below 50, neutral still. But you know, but yeah, I just want to say below 50. That's it. But on that neutral zone, right? So let's go look at the 1 hour, man, and see what else we can see there, man. On the 1 hour, have negative momentum islands. We are going lower than the previous low that we have, which was this one again. Going with the market because we're going lower. Also on the other side, we're going lower again. Stuff not staying where it's supposed to. This should just stay in the 4-hour chart. This should also just stay in the 4-hour chart, man. I'm having trouble with stuff staying where it's supposed to with this. Now, this also was supposed to be on the 4-hour chart. I thought I had changed it. There we go. 4-hour. There we go. Anyways, staying above that 20 MA with contraction starting to happen on the Bollinger Bands again. When contraction happens on the Bollinger Bands, that means volume or volatility. It's leaving the market, so we might get an explosive move. Making positive momentum right now. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 50.51. Again, trying to figure out this real quick because I haven't seen this since yesterday. So again, high, higher, high, lower. Again, we're going with the market. Low, higher. Again, going with the market. So we are having right now from the previous island, which will be this one. Even if we go to the one that's farther back, it don't matter. Right now, we're developing here also hidden bearish divergence. Again, price continuation. Right, it's at least to where we're at right now. We're still developing these new islands. So again, for this to not to be negated, right, you would need to get higher than this point, and this definitely needs to go much higher by then. But again, no bearish divergence, right? Just hidden bearish divergence, which just means continuation. Also, you don't have it on the RSI. So this is it for Bitcoin, man. Not much has happened yet. We had this. We were calling it a bullish divergence. Potentially, it was developing yesterday when we were doing the stream. We didn't know if it was going to play out. We kept on building that negative momentum again, going with the market. I'll just move this so you can see, right? So it didn't play out. You know, we called things that might play out as we're doing the live stream, and you guys can keep track of them when we're off the air, that we know if they're going to play out or not. Obviously, we kept on moving to the downside. That didn't play out. Anyways, yeah, let's go on to Ethereum. By the way, guys, if anyone has any questions, just throw them in the chat. If anyone has any requests for coins, put them in the chat, and we'll address them as soon as we can. CNBC caught up with Joseph Lovin and got him to share his thoughts on DCEP, or digital currency electronic payment, often referred as China coin or digital yuan. Now, Joseph Lovin reckons that China is not interested in the decentralizing aspect of crypto, since the central bank, or People Bank of China, is going to hold DCEP under tight control. He believes that China coin will be merely a digital version of the yuan. Yes, dude, really? We've talked about that before. Everyone has talked about that before. They don't want a blockchain. They don't want it decentralized. They want it centralized. They want to keep control. And they probably want to know what you're doing, how you're spending it, so they can block your transactions if they just feel like you're a bad little soldier that's not following the rules. Probably if you complain about the government, they'll be able to take your funds and seize them, you know. Anyways, not going with what blockchain is supposed to be, or at least not the decentralized aspect of it. Anyways, Lovin goes on to say that from decentralization you get trust. China is probably not interested in that aspect of blockchain technology. Yeah, no, duh. He also goes on to say that they believe it will bring digital renminbi that makes use of some elements, some of cryptographic primitives of blockchain technology, but there's no real reason for China to make use of decentralized aspects of blockchain. Yeah, they don't want to do that, man. We already talked about that. Anyways, that's it for this article. There's not really much going on Ethereum yet. Hard fork Istanbul still set up for December the 4th. There has not been any delays that have been reported. So again, if there's stuff that moves on that front, we'll report it. But right now, nothing there. So let's go on to Ethereum, man. If you guys should, if you usually leave before after Ethereum, stay for Ripple. There's some really messed up stuff that happened with Ripple, and we'll cover that. Anyways, Ethereum sitting at 8.45 on the market cap. Yesterday, you're losing a little bit, rejecting that 20 May, 0.62%. Right now, gaining a little bit, 0.18%. So Ethereum sitting at $187.23. What is it doing? Well, what we said it was going to do. We're here. We drew this back here, I guess. We said, look, man, we're in a symmetrical triangle. Probably going to break it to the upside. If we do, go hit that top part. We almost hit that top part. We didn't quite get there, but we were pretty close. And then we said, well, if we hit that top part, we either break it or we're going to bounce down. If we bounce down, probably come touch that bottom part. We have not quite touched that bottom part, but you can see that the movements are getting a little bit tighter. This new candle up going green, we might try to run up again. Hopefully we can break to the upside, but again, right now, sitting above 20 minute with volatility open on the Bollinger Bands, not that much tightness, so the movement might not be as violent to the upside. What's going on? Well, we developed, I think this is from the shorter time. No, this from here. We had developed bearish divergence price action to the downside. We got it to play out yesterday. Right now, new day again. We'll probably have to figure this out on the shorter time frame because it's higher than our previous low, and we're still making positive momentum. So even on the RSI, you're going higher than the previous low. So nothing there. Sitting at 53.66% on the RSI. Let's go look at the 4-hour chart, man. We are still within a symmetrical triangle from this upsloping channel and this downsloping channel. The bottom of the upsloping channel serving as support, and the top part of the downsloping channel serving as resistance. So let's see in the shorter term and see if we had that move to the upside. We had divergence develop twice. I guess it was against the RSI maybe, or somewhere. I have lines here. It's probably from the 1 hour. But because here I didn't have anything. If anything, right now we're developing And this also from the 1 hour, this other line, man. So before I do this, let me send all this stuff back to the 1 hour chart, man. I do this every stream, and it just keeps on showing up here, man. It's just freaking weird, man. The 1 hour. The 1 hour chart. Go back to the 1 hour, you green bar. There we go. I guess this is gonna be it, man. There we go. Okay, so short return much cleaner now. So on the 4 hours, now we can trace this. So from the previous low to this low, we're going higher. From the previous low to the new low, we're making hidden bullish divergence, price continuation. We are in a triangle of sloping on the bottom part, so price continuation is going to get us, again, tightening this range, sitting below that 20 MA right now, rejecting higher prices on this 4 hour candle. We're getting some tightness of the Bollinger Band, not as tight as we have it here, but again, tightness starting to happen. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 51.62. That's it. Nothing else going on with this. The highs are all higher than the previous high, so within this island we're good. And then to the previous green island, it's this small one over here, we're definitely higher. And even from the previous green island being over here, we are also higher. So again, we're good on this data. So no bearish divergence developing for Ethereum. So let's go into the 1 hour. In the 1 hour, we're sitting above that 20 MA. We're getting more tightness of the Bollinger Band. You can see that the buy-ins are definitely moving in. We're making positive momentum again. So good stuff happening. Again, stuff from the 4 hours showing up here, man. I'm just getting rid of this line, man. This was from the 4 hours, I think, so. I don't want to get rid of it that way. Settings. Go back to the 4 hour. And you also go back to the 4 hours, right? There we go. Anyways, from here to here, right? We had bearish divergence from here to here. From here to here, we also had it. We had developed it also from here to here, right? Going slightly lower. I'm not sure why the lines keep getting moved, man. Anyways, we had divergence here against the RSI. Price action to the downside. We got it to play out briefly. We pumped again, bouncing up that 20 MA, made a higher high, creating divergence again. Price action to the downside. We have not made a positive momentum island until now. So what is happening? Is this positive momentum higher than the previous one? Well, this one is sitting at 0.29. This one is sitting at 0.27. So yes, it's technically higher. So again, you're going up here. I'm going to leave it a little bit exaggerated so it's easier to see. And this one is going down here. So we are creating hidden bearish divergence again. Price continuation. Right now, we're still making this positive momentum island. We can still go to the upside. You know, it doesn't mean it has to stop right now. But again, just keep an eye out for this. We might do a U-turn maybe and start heading down. Actually, this candle is showing it as a negative. So without looking at this, this would be negative 0.21. Again, going down. Let's look at this chart. Yeah, here's red. So again, maybe that hidden bearish is going to start to play out. Again, we might get some tightening happening here of that triangle that we're in. And for some reason, sometimes trading view loads things up in a very, very weird manner. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit more. It was brought to my attention yesterday that it's hard for this to be seen by people on their cell phones. I do have a cell phone with me, and I do keep a copy of the stream running so I can know where we're at. And just by looking at it, at least here I can see things clearly. By zooming out, I can also see things clearly. So if you guys do have problems, let me know on the stream, and I'll try to like zoom in a little bit more so it's better from everyone. Anyways, I had a conversation yesterday IRL with Benny from the stream, man. Benny, who sometimes joins us. We had a call yesterday. Shoot the breeze for a little bit, talk about crypto, yeah. So yeah, good stuff, man. I do interact with you guys in IRL whenever possible, and we want to do that, right? Anyways, we were discussing like some things of the stream, like how to improve it, maybe how to make it better for people, etc. Right? Anyways, this is it for Ethereum right now. Watch out for that U-turn potentially. Like I said, this positive momentum has not died out. We might still move to the upside, but just keep an eye on it, right? So let's go to Ripple, man. Ripple news are interesting today. Not because of Swell, well, something related to Swell, but not because of Swell. Anyways, International payments, especially in emerging markets, require businesses to hold pre-funded accounts in destination currencies, right? It's a costly endeavor that ties up resources. So by leveraging the digital asset XRP, on-demand liquidity frees up capital and guarantees the most competitive rates. Now, Michael Brooks, founder and CEO of GoLands, explained that their customers are looking for the lowest cost and fastest service. Now, on-demand liquidity allows them to offer that. Payment efficiency is at the heart of their company. Since the beginning, Ripple has allowed them to drop their costs on the front end, giving them a strong competitive edge over the counterparts. Now, cost and speed made the decision for them to partner with Ripple. Now, Steger, the CEO of Flash, reiterated that on-demand liquidity has allowed FlashFX to meet customer demands by providing new payment systems, and encourage the audience to join RippleNet to open more on-demand liquidity destinations as soon as possible. Now, a sentiment that Barbara Gonzalez Briceño, Bitso's head of finance, also shares. Now, we know that MoneyGram is also pressuring Ripple to open up more corridors. Obviously, with FlashFX, the announcement that came out, I think 2 days ago or yesterday, we know that they're opening out to Australia, and Bitso and through MoneyGram, Bitso and the US now can also send money to Australia and back and forth. So the only thing I have with Ripple right now, or the question that I have is, with so many great news, man, them having 300 banks on board, all the work they're doing, all the good news that come out, how come the price is unaffected, man? You know, it's weird to see that happen. Usually on news and speculation of good news, you see the price go up, but Ripple has been stagnant, man. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on Ripple. I do like Ripple and I hold Ripple. But it gets me to wonder why the news don't affect Ripple, man. Of course, it's something that I've asked myself for a while. But Ripple has so many great news that should be having the token pumping, but it doesn't pump like you would expect any asset to pump on good news, right? Anyways, to finish the article, Barbara Gonzalez Briceño stated that they want to see the network effects come into place in Mexico and beyond, connecting a country that's been excluded from many years because of traditional systems. As more players come into the space, it creates more corridors and offers more opportunities for those who have been excluded and ignored. That's what she's stating. So, also on Ripple, this came out of Swell at 8:57 p.m. Right now it's 9:30, so it was a couple minutes ago. I basically found this on Twitter before the stream started, and it says, with human agents at the moment, Bcash leapfrog ahead, 36 million customers in Bangladesh, part of RippleNet, right? So interesting. Apparently you're gonna have a lot of people on Bangladesh that might be using RippleNet. I'm not sure which solution they're gonna use, if they're gonna use on-demand liquidity, or if they're gonna use the X-Current, which uses fiat. But again, interesting that there's so many people in China that are onboarding with this, right? Yeah, correct, David. When you hear third world's largest crypto, why not higher price, man? Well, not higher price because they have a lot of tokens out there, man, and we can look at that. Like Bitcoin is limited to 21 million. Ethereum, I can't remember right now, but we can look at it on CoinMarketCap. And then Ripple has like 100 billion, man. So that's why so low on the price. But they need they need those many tokens so they can put that much liquidity into the market so their product can work. They cannot do it on a tighter number of tokens, right? So also out of Swell today, and I'm not sure how real this is, but a dude named CKJ, who was once confronted by to the lifeboats, Sam I Am, because of a potential fraud he was committing against St. Jude's Hospital on a stream where he said he was going to donate the money, but then he didn't donate the money, and then he didn't donate 100% of the money, and then he couldn't convert how much money it was, and then he didn't know, etc., etc., etc. He always excuses, right? Anyways, same guy who was labeled a scammer apparently got scammed and trolled. I don't know CKJ personally, I don't know Sam I Am personally, but this guy, he says he's getting the Troll of the Year award. He says he has been talking to a fake Monica Long from Ripple, and he got to the front door and at Swell, and Monica said his name's not on the list. So might be asking why it happened to this guy. Well, it's simple. look at this. He got an email from a lady named Monica Long at ripplelabs@yahoo.com. First of all, I understand that if you were to get an email from someone at Ripple, or at least the name of a person at Ripple, you might get excited, right? Quick things. I'm pretty sure that when someone from Ripple sends you a message, their names, when they arrive to your inbox, are going to be all caps. Or at least they're going to capitalize the first letter on their name, right? So Monica would be capitalized and Long would be capitalized. Second, people at Ripple are not using yahoo.com email addresses. They are using probably at Ripple addresses, right? At ripple.com. Anyways, they were telling him about the airport, two airports at, Singapore, whatever. This guy's obviously going there and saying that he's going to land at a certain time, blah, 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 He's telling her how to move around. Anyways, point one. Point two, Monica Long sending him this really weird looking ticket for his swell entrance, I guess, or reservation. I'm not sure. It doesn't look too legit here in the picture. So again, something off here, right? Then he got this apparent invitation, which I do believe if Ripple was going to send one of these invitations, I'm not sure who was inviting people, right? If the SVP of Marketing and Communication was the person inviting. I'm not sure how well you guys can see this on the screen. I can try to zoom in a little bit more. Picture don't zoom in more. Anyways, that's it. It says Monica Long, SVP of Marketing and Communications. It's hard to see on my screen, so I'm assuming it's hard to see on your screen as well. So, and then RSVP Monica Long at ripplelabs@yahoo.com. So again, another Yahoo email that you have to reply to. And I'm not sure. I didn't see the invitations for Swell event, but that invitation doesn't look too legit. Anyways, stuff that happened. Also, this email. Lots of grammar errors. I am with lower I, right? So again, not sure. There's a couple more I had looked at earlier. But again, to answer, space, dot, that's a period, space, save journey, without starting with a capital S. Dude, people at Ripple they're educated people, right? So they're not going to write with a lot of grammar mistakes. So there's a lot of grammatical stuff that are going on with this that really don't sit right on first sight. So again, this guy flew all the way to Singapore, basically sat there, and he couldn't get in. He sent these pictures, which look really weird. Him standing outside. I'm not sure how he's taking this picture, but smiling. I'm not sure where it's at. I'm not sure if it's in Singapore, if it's his backyard, whatever. But he sent this picture, and then he's sending this picture of a passport and a $2 Singapore or two Singapore currency bill. Now, really, dude, why don't you show your passport stamped where it says that you arrived at Singapore? Apparently, I'm not sure if A, this is true. B, if he's there, he's probably not gonna be able to do any. Apparently there's people in the community that are really trying to help him, and I do agree that if he got scammed, then yeah, someone should probably help him because he doesn't have a place to stay, whatever. A lady, I think it's Crypto Airy, said that she had a hotel room and that he could crash there. But again, I'm not really sure if he's there to begin with, and if he's not, then he's probably lying, right? But again, not 100% sure on this guy and what he's doing, why he's getting at with this. Maybe he sent himself this invitation to try to crash the event, but whatever. This is not even a picture that he took. It's just like a picture of a video that could have been from someone else as well, right? Don't mean it has to be him. Anyways, he's not able to get into the event. Apparently he's stranded in Singapore. And let's see how things turn out for him, man. So yeah, don't fall for scams, right? Check out information. Look. At least you contact the people at the source, not at a Yahoo email address. Again, sad to see someone that is supposed to be a very smart guy or a semi-smart guy falling for a scam that it's easily discernible. Anyways, let's go look at Ripple. Ripple on the daily. Yes, you're losing dominance 4.70%. Right now, losing dominance still 0.50%. Sitting at 5.21% of market cap. Like I said, anything above 5, I'm happy with Ripple. Let's go look at Ripple price. Ripple price sitting at 28 cents, 28.96 cents. If you want the full digits, 28.961 cents. Again, price of Ripple. Yesterday, went for a dive. You know what happens. We talked about it. So what happens, price of Ripple goes down. We know it's a back. It has happened the last 3 years at least. So it was expected that the price was going to go down. It didn't go down as hard. Yes, we were sitting at 31 cents. We're sitting at 28 cents. Yes, it's almost 29 cents. So it's a 2-cent loss. Nothing to write home about, right? Anyways, yesterday it lost 6.52%. Right now, losing 0.17%. But fighting for that, certainly fighting for that 29-cent area. Again, can it go down farther still? Yeah, probably. It can still go farther. We're staying at that 236 as well, at 28.86. We have bounced off it. We broke below the 27.911 briefly, but we bounced back again above that 28.86, above that 0.236 on the fibs. You know, staying above it right now on the daily. But again, back in this range that we were at since October 14th, right? So we're back at that 29.894 and that 27.911. You know, staying above it only happened for, we stayed above 30 cents for 1, 2, almost 3 days. Binance CN, hi, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in. So, 500 Litecoin giveaway on your channel. Yeah, I'm not even man. Sorry, I'm not sure if your channel is legit or not. There are a lot of scams that are happening on YouTube. So, guys, if you're gonna proceed to that channel, be careful. I will check that channel out after the stream is done to make sure whether or not their channel is legit. I'll do it right now, actually, because I'm not sure whether or not their channel is legit. And if it's a scam, you guys should know about it. I'm not calling it a scam yet until I check it out. But I'll certainly go and look at that profile and see what is going on with this. Sorry, Binance CN. I'm not 100% there yet. So, we'll check it out, guys, and I'll warn you if it's something that's off. Binance CN has 122 subscribers. Let's see what they have here. They just have 1, 2, 3 live videos. Or 3 videos that were live at some point in time. 1 2 hours ago, 1 hour ago, and 1 that is going on right now with 55 people watching. Let's go to their videos. They do have some videos going on, but a lot of them are giveaways from Ripple, which we know Ripple is not giving anything away. So again, watch out, guys. There, they do have some stuff on Family Guy episode. You know, yeah, they don't have a lot of stuff here, except for some Brad Garland House giveaways, some Ethereum giveaways, and right now apparently some Litecoin giveaways. Again, 122 subs on a Binance channel. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that. This is a legit Binance channel. So just be careful. It joined on August 29, 2017. It has 18,246 views. On discussions, it doesn't have anything. On channels, doesn't have anything. Doesn't have anything listed as a website, even for its site. Playlist doesn't have anything. Just his videos. Again, guys, proceed with caution. I do believe it's a scam, so watch out for that. Not buying it. I'm not sure this is legit. Anyways, be careful with that. So let's see. I think they already left because I was at 7 viewers and now I'm sitting at 6. So yeah, people are not gonna come here and scam my viewers. Guys, watch out. Be careful. Highly potential scam going on that channel. Anyways, Ripple bouncing off that 236, like I said, at 28.886. Right now, we had this divergence. We called it out. price action to the downside. I'm not sure if we had to call this one out on the daily or not. I drew this line today, and then from here to here as well. So I knew I didn't have it yesterday during the stream, but I did call it on the 4 hours because I did not touch the 4-hour chart. I was just looking at this, and I was like, man, yesterday my head hurt so bad that I probably didn't see this happening. But anyways, right now I'm calling this divergence that we probably missed. Price action to the downside on the daily. Sitting below at 20 MA with volatility slightly open in the Bollinger Bands. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 49.36. Again, making a new negative momentum island lower than the previous one we had. So, yeah, lower than the previous one we had. So, again, also going lower on the price. Nothing there. So, no divergence. So, let's go into the 4-hour, man. This one, I'm sure I had out here for, 1 second. Is it going to play out? No. There we go. Anyways, fell back sort of into this old triangle. I'm not sure we're back in it. However, it seems that we have used part of that triangle as support to bounce back up. Right now, moving down on the price. We were trying to recover and maintain after that drop. Anyways, like I said, lower than the previous low. So again, no divergence there. Also lower than the previous low on the RSI, so no divergence there. We just had divergence on the RSI. We called this one out yesterday on the live stream. We were on this candle when it was happening. We said, look guys, getting divergence, bearish, price action to the downside, likely. And look, lo and behold, we did get it. I was hoping that we were going to bounce around this area. It seems that we did try to hold that 29,894, but we're too weak and we broke down. Anyways, let's see how we keep on holding around this area. Right now, I'm not seeing any kind of bullish divergence that I can call out. No more bearish divergence either because we're not developing a new positive momentum island. So let's see where we're sitting at. We're sitting at 41.56 on the RSI. That negative momentum starting to stagnate. That's it. Nothing else going on here. So let's go into the 1 hour, man. On the 1 hour, contraction on the Bollinger Band starting to happen. Watch out when we contract. You know, we get explosive movements. Positive momentum starting to build, but lower than the previous one. Again, for us to get this high, we're probably going to end up creating some kind of hidden bearish divergence because we really need to pump a lot for us to get back here. And to get back here in price. And if we try to get back here in price to this higher, to this previous high, we're probably going to need a lot of these to pump, right? Anyways, otherwise we're going to end up doing one of this where we go lower on the price and then potentially higher on the RSI, and then we create hidden bearish, right? That is if we were to pump to the upside, anything higher than this previous bar. Right now we're just going with the market, and then on the top part, on the MACD histogram, but then on the RSI we also really need to go up a lot. Anyways, that movement to the downside, it was violent. It was over a couple of hours. It wasn't a drop, like a single drop movement that brought us down. It took some time to build. It was over hours. Again, we did hit oversold at what was this, 25.78. Sorry. Right now we're sitting a little bit on the sold area at 38.15. So let's see if we can get above that 20 MA. Right now we faced it as resistance once, 2, 3 times. I haven't been able to break it. So let's see how this keeps playing out for Ripple. No bullish divergence developing right now. Lower than the previous low. So again, let's wait and see how this builds up. If anything, I'm trying to see if we have bearish divergence here. Let's see, this is 35.25 and this is lower and it is 35.31, so 25.52, sorry. So again, also slightly lower as well. So yeah, no divergence, bullish that we can call out right now. So let's wait for this pattern to develop, right? Impulse down, we're starting to consolidate on this area. Let's wait for the pattern to develop and then we can call something else, right? Watch out again, we're doing swell. Swell is when the price of Ripple usually drops. Be careful. So, like I said, no news for Litecoin. Let's go look at what Litecoin is doing on the daily. Dominance for Litecoin yesterday dropping 2.55%, right now gaining 1.30%, sitting at 1.65% off market cap. Price of Litecoin, $62.41. What is happening with Litecoin? We're sitting above that 20 MA with volatility open. Right, we tried to break outside of this channel. I didn't shift it or moved it, so we can keep keep track of it. Anyways, we are back in this channel, right? Positive momentum. We had divergence. We called it out yesterday also. Said, look, man, we developed divergence, price action to the downside. We got it. It played out. Right now, it seems like we're resting. We might be consolidating on the shorter time frames. And we're sitting neutral on the RSI at 58.37. So again, let's keep on seeing how this plays out, right? No bullish divergence, no negative momentum islands going on. So again, price also higher, right? So again, we're going with the market. We could adjust this to here and this to here, and it doesn't really make sense, but it will just highlight the uptrend that we're in. That's what I want to do. Sorry, before I go into that, I was playing with a Ripple, an idea on Ripple, right? We had this channel that we broke out of, and then you know, we haven't really gone back in. I was playing around with the idea of us being in a much larger channel, right? And it would seem to make sense because we do get some areas of resistance and support that get respected, like here and here, right? So again, this much larger downsloping channel could be valid, meaning that we have not broken out of the more major downsloping channel that we're in. I was not considering this because I did believe it was a fake breakout, just like we have it here, right? You can see that I had this channel trace, was really tight. I was not considering this point as well. But again, this idea that I traced, it could be valid. So, you know, from there to there and there to there. Again, we have some areas of support resistance that do get respected. Again, could give some validity to this idea that we're still in a downtrend after that move to the downside. So just keep it in your mind as you set up your trades for Ripple. I will leave it as this. I do believe it makes a little bit more sense. It does highlight that we're still in a downtrend, and that is potentially what we're playing off right now, right? There we go. Anyways, let's go into Litecoin like we were doing, right? Litecoin still in a down sloping channel. Have not been able to break it. We broke fake breakout of that upsloping channel that we traced, you know, above that mid part of the downsloping channel still, like I said, above that 20 MA. Positive momentum still decreasing and sitting at 58.24 on the RSI. Let's go into the 4-hour chart, right? Anyway, guys, 7 people tuned in. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Yeah. And if you want a request for a coin, you can put it on the chat, and we'll look at it once we finish with the main stream, or the main tokens. Anyways, shorter term, like I said, potential upsloping channel that we're in. We could try to adjust to include these areas, but I do want to believe right now that they're a fake breakout that we had. Anyways, right now we seem to be curving, right, making a reversal. Let's look at the Heck and She candles. We haven't used them in a while. We're getting the first positive momentum shift in momentum. So again, but the regular candles do seem to suggest that we're going to get that shift happening, right? Anyways, negative momentum starting to decrease on this new candle. Still sitting neutral on the RSI at 54.30. Yeah, man, we can see excellent for sure. No worries. We created divergence, right? From here to here we have one. From here to here we have another one. That would be one here, 2 here. We would also have this divergence on the RSI. From here to here. Not on the first part. So again, price action to the downside, right? We called it yesterday. We got it. Right? This was still developing. That's why this was higher. And when it was developing, we were not making that divergence. Anyways, when this happened, sorry, we didn't have that divergence. Sorry, this was not developing. This was already out. This one was the one that was developing. This red candle. Anyways, yeah. So divergence, price action to the downside. We got it. We called it yesterday. Played out nicely. Right now, no bullish divergence. Right? If anything, hidden bullish price continuation, and it would be from here to here. And from here to here. Also on the RSI, apparently you would have it. Let's see. Barely. Maybe this one and this to here again. So again, some hidden bullish divergence. Potential price continuation. We are in a smaller uptrend, so the continuation could be upsloping. That's what we're getting, that price action to the upside. Again, that happened in the last 8 to 10 hours or so. So let's go back into the 1 hour candle. On the 1 hour, divergence, triple. 1, 2, and I think this one was the third one. Let's see, this one was 0.04 and 0.05. No, we didn't have it on this one. We had it on the RSI, but again, my RSI gets shifted. and the lines no longer show up for some reason, man. It's weird. I am sending stuff back to other. There we go. Well, they weren't. I had them out, man, and then they keep on disappearing. Anyways, there we go. Divergence, bearish, price action to the downside. We got it to play out nicely. I think when we were doing the stream, we were somewhere around this time frame, so 9 p.m. maybe this one or this one. We knew we were gonna play out to the downside. We had triple divergence, triple against the RSI, double against the MACD. So right now, what's going on? We're making a higher. We're going higher on the histogram, right? So we're going slightly higher than our previous positive island. And guess what? We're making a lower high on price. So again, hidden bearish divergence, price continuation. We're in an uptrend. We might keep on pumping still. This positive momentum still building. It can still go higher and this get up to here again and negate this, and still, let's say we go with the market. So watch out. This can keep on building. Right now we're getting a red candle. Again, it could signify that we might do that shift in price a little bit, right? So just keep an eye out for this. You know, I'm trying to see if I can see anything else developing here. Looks like we got a mean curve, right? This might be a bull trap. Then we might still pump to the downside. Pump to the downside. We know where we can go, the mid part of the channel. That 20 MA where we seem to be heading towards the first one, right? First area of support, probably the 20 MA, then the mid part of the channel, then the bottom part of the upsloping channel. If we break that, the mid part of the downsloping channel are the areas where we can go. Again, that's it for this. We also have that, yeah, we don't have that divergence. So let's go into Binance. I have two brief articles for Binance. The first one, Binance margin, oh, sorry, that's not it. Where's my other Binance article? Did I close it? No, it's here. There we go. Binance is trying to become crypto standard for the world. Now, last month we talked about Binance adding the first fiat pairs, allowing users to buy Bitcoin, Binance Coin, and Binance US dollar with Naira, the national currency of Nigeria. Now, back then, Changpeng Zhao said that more fiat currencies would follow, and he meant it. Yesterday, the CEO announced that in a tweet that the crypto exchange platform enabled deposits and withdrawals of hryvnia, the national currency of Ukraine. We talked about that a couple streams ago as well. Now, users will be able to buy and sell cryptocurrencies with the Ukrainian hryvnia starting from today. Now, it's not only about extending fiat options. Binance now transfer its expertise to governments willing to adopt cryptos, and thus the company signed a memorandum of understanding, or MOU, with Ukraine's Ministry of Digital Transformation to jointly create strategies for the implementation of blockchain and cryptocurrencies in Ukraine. Now, this is a quote from Binance, as they stated, as they put in a statement on Wednesday, so yesterday night. Anyways, as part of the cooperation agreement, the Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine and Binance will set up a working group to develop a strategy for the implementation of blockchain technology and the creation of the new virtual asset and virtual currencies market in Ukraine. So again, this is the tweet from the Binance CEO. It says, boom, nice timing, just a few hours ago. Ukrainian hryvnia deposit and withdrawals are enabled on Binance. Buy sell of crypto using Ukrainian hryvnia will be enabled tomorrow, right? This was on November the 6th, so yesterday. So again, today on the 7th, you can now do it, right? So it is pretty cool that they are bringing fiat on ramps. It might bring more adoption into their exchange, which in turn might make their token more valuable, right? Because their token will get more use. Anyways, let's go on to the other Binance article that I have, and this is a very short one. It's from the Binance website, and it says that Binance margin users are now will now receive 5% discount on payable borrowing interest when electing to pay with Binance Coin. Users can enable this discount by navigating to the Users Center tab or area, then Wallet, and then Margin Account. Now, that is the whole article. There's nothing else. Then after that, they put the picture and they said, thank you for your support. There's nothing I can resume from that. Anyways, it is cool that they're doing this. Again, they want to bring more adoption to their platform. They want more people to be using it, and they're probably likely going to get it. They are one of the largest, or the largest exchange in the world. And, let's see how they keep on playing ball with people, right? So look at the Binance. Binance on the daily yesterday. Gaining a little bit of dominance yesterday, 0.49%. Right now, losing it, 0.35, 36%. Sitting at 1.32% of market cap, basically where we were at yesterday when we opened. Let's go into the price of Binance at $20.40. Again, Binance, another company that puts out a lot of news, and also the price seems to be unaffected. So weird how things move in the crypto sphere regarding news and price action. I do know that it's one of those buy the rumor, sell the news, whatever, man. A lot of good news come out and the price don't pump up as much as it should. Anyways, yesterday price action to the downside, 1.45% right now, losing also 0.08%. Sitting at, like I said, $20.38. Let's go and look at this closer, right? We had divergence probably on the shorter scales. I do have lines traced. We're making lower highs than the previous highs, so no bearish divergence that we can discern right now. We're also sitting at 60.02 on the RSI, being on that almost neutral, but on the bot area, but just on the fence, right? 60 being the midline. We're sitting almost straight on 60. Right now, indecision going on. Don't know what this candle wants to do. Has been going almost back to zero for a while. So we're in this pattern. We kind of broke out, hit that mid part of the channel, rejected higher prices. Right now, we might head down, hit that 20 MA if we're not able to go higher again. But also, we have that 236 that we can go to, right? That 236 at $21.30. We have not really broken it and stayed above it since we, since when was back this, man? Let's see. Since we made that lower low, right? Because that lower low would be back here. So since that lower low, we have wicked above it, but not really stayed above that, making a valid retrace. Again, just hitting prices up there every now and then. So again, that positive momentum decreasing and sitting bought on the RSI. So let's go into the 4 hours. Still on that upsloping channel, as we can see. On the 4 hours, sitting below at 20 MA, rejecting it twice. Getting a red candle going on. Let's see this, man, on the shorter scale. We're definitely higher than the previous low that we had, with a lower, or more negative momentum. Sorry, so we're diverging on the bottom part, right? You can see that from here to here and from here to here, right? Slightly more negative momentum, higher on that negative, on that lower price. And again, I'm gonna get So this one says 4 hour, 4 hour. You should stay here. Same stuff happening on the RSI from here to here. So again, we are developing that divergence. Let me put the music back in. There we go. Anyways, price continuation. That's likely what's going to happen. Price continuation is we're in an uptrend. We might start pumping to the upside again. We've seen that play out. However, we're weak. We are very weak to break above that 20 MA, simple MA. And we got a little bit of contraction in the Bollinger Bands. We got that move to the downside. It wasn't as violent as we would expect it, but right now, trying to regain that. Still a little bit expanded on the Bollinger Bands. So I was going to see how this keeps on playing out for us. So let's go into the 1 hour, man. What's happening with the 1 hour Binance? Again, low, lower low, more negative momentum. Lower on the RSI, going with the market. On the top part, are we doing anything? Yes. We have hidden bearish divergence. Price continuation. From here to here and here to here, right? We're going higher. So again, we are converging on those areas. Do we have it here? Well, no, we don't have it on the RSI. On the RSI, we're going with the market more or less. So let's see farther back. Are we doing something here, man? Like I said, low, lower, low, low, lower, low, lower, low. Again, negative momentum on the bottom part. No bullish divergence. Going with the market right now. Price continuation. How are we going to continue, man? This looks very sideways to me, at least shorter term. I'll do this from here to here, you know, and then down, and you can see, like, dude, we're in a sideways movement, right? We're in an uptrend. We can say that on a more major uptrend, but we're in a sideways motion for a while. Anyways, the highest we can get was hit that 236 at 21.30 cents, and then bouncing off that, not even able to even go and touch it again. Since when was back this? October the 29th. So we are on November the 7th. We're not able to do anything to get this price to go up right now. Yeah, that's it for this, man. Like I said, price continuation, staying above that 20 MA. Sitting neutral on there at 51.83. That's it, man. Anyways, before I look at XLM, David, I gotta look at I think it was, what was the one I was doing? Dusk? I was talking with Benny about Dusk because there's some stuff I called out, and it's playing like I told him it was gonna play. For now, right? So we hit that upper part of the triangle. I haven't moved it since we traced it. Then I told him, look, man, we're probably gonna break the downside. You know, we got to the bottom part of the channel just as expected. And right now we are trying to push higher. But like I said, we should, in theory. So we were here, right? Bottom part. Where is that drawing line? Sorry. This is what we should be doing, right? We're going up, then we should be going down, then we should be going up, and then we could probably try to break. Right now, it don't look like we're gonna break because we're struggling to go higher. But if we were to go up here, we would test it and then probably try to break to the upside. And right now, where we're at is we're coming down here. We're trying to break it. We can't, so we're likely gonna go probably to the downside. I am expecting a movement to the upside, at least to retest this upper resistance before we break. Again, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen or not. So I'm hoping that does move to the upside. Anyways, that's it for this. I just want to talk about it in the daily. On the 4 hours, we had created bullish divergence. You can see this, right? Even to here, we're going lower than the previous low with less positive momentum. So again, converging on that bottom part, creating bullish divergence, should have price action to the upside. We don't have it on the RSI, but we do have it on the MACD histogram. Again, expecting prices to the upside. We hit that 20 MA on the 4 hours, and we're rejecting it, something that I also told Benny could happen when I spoke with him. And on the shorter frame, we're just going with the market, right? So again, sorry, we had divergence here as well on the hours, right? It developed. So you can see we're going lower here, and from here to here, we're also going sideways, I guess. So maybe from here to here, we don't have it, but at least from here to here, we had that divergence develop, and you can see it from here to here, right? We're going slightly in, and no, it is more or less the same, but to here, you do have that lower happening, and you have this lower going from here. So again, you do have, and you also have it here on the RSI now, right? So again, you have it on the RSI, price action to the upside. You got that pump. Right now, you're making negative momentum. This is a negative. This is a positive, although it looks red. It's 0.18 plus. Let's see how this keeps on going, right? Dave Klassen, how's it going, man? So many lines and indicators. Yes, so many lines and indicators, man. I'm not sure what part of the stream you're on, but I do tend to leave the stuff up, and I don't change it just so we can have a reference when we come back. But I was thinking about clearing my charts the other day, and then starting from scratch again, and see if new ideas flow. Anyways, don't be afraid of lines. The indicators are just there for stuff. I will talk about them. If you have maybe you have an idea, maybe you don't have an idea. But anyways, Bollinger Bands, right? We have the 20 MA on this orange line. Then we have the upper part of the Bollinger Bands and the lower part of the Bollinger Bands, where we should stay within for price action, or we should expect price action to stay within. There are certain times when we break it. Anyways, this is based on a standard deviation from the median and calculating some volatility for it as well. On here, on the middle part, we have the histogram of the MACD. We have the MACD line on the blue and the signal line on the red, the signal line being the 9 MA and the MACD line being the 12 minus the 26, giving us that momentum flow that we can see on the histogram. And then on the bottom part, I do have the RSI for relative strength, bluish area being more or less a neutral zone, 50 being neutral, 60 being hitting us onto that bought area, and over 70 hitting overbought. And then to the bottom, 40 from 50 to 40 still being neutral, from 40 to 30 heading towards that sold area, and then below 30 oversold. Then the rest of the lines that I throw in are to gauge divergence, bearish or bullish, so we can try to gauge where the price is going to go, if it's going to bounce or not. And then on the daily, I do have a pattern here that is a triangle, because when you trade a triangle, usually buy the bottoms and sell the tops, right? So you would have sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. Not bought here, but maybe bought somewhere around this area, sold here, then bought here again. Anyways, that's it for this on a short, quick indication of how we move this. Anyways, let's go into David. You wanted excellent, David. If you want me, Dave Klassen. If you want me to look at something, let me know, and I'll look at it in the chart. It can be stocks, assets, whatever. David, to go back to your XLM, yes, let's do that, man. I do have a lot of lines on this XLM. I do have some fips out. I do have a lot of areas of resistance. Sorry if this bothers you.
I do try to keep these on the charts. I have cleaner charts that I can look at for other stuff, but right now I want to see where we're at. We're hitting that 0.742, which is a resistance that we have traced. We rested on it yesterday. We opened there today. We're trying to move to the upside. We broke above the 618 right now, trying to make a retrace again. Not sure how this is going to play out for us right now, just by looking at this. On the positive momentum, high, higher high, more positive momentum. Also high, higher high on the RSI, so we're going good. On the bottom part, no divergence on the daily, right? So I'm going to go into the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, symbol at 20 MA with the volatility still up on the Bollinger Bands. Doesn't seem to want a tightening. We've got a slight tightening, but right now we're getting expansion on the bottom part and not that much movement to the inside on the top part. Anyways, negative momentum building. What do we have? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what the dog brought in? It brought in hidden bullish divergence for sure. Price continuation again. We are within an uptrend, right? You can see this uptrend. We continued over here. Anyways, we're within an uptrend. So again, price action to the upside. We see it play out right now. Do we have that divergence? Yes, we also have it on the RSI. We're lower, right? That's it for this, man. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 54.56. That negative momentum starting to decrease. Again, price action positive right now. We're going to do 1 hour. On the 1 hour, do we have divergence? Yes, of the bullish type. So from here, yes, that'll be a good line. From here to here, got this new native island. From here to here. You'll be going from here to here, and then from here to here. Don't have it on the RSI, you're going lower, except maybe, not even here. So you have bullish divergence, right? Price action to the upside. Here didn't play out that much. You still dropped a little bit more. So again, when that happens, you would basically ignore this anchor point there. You would ignore this one as well. And then just anchor from here to here, and then from here to nothing, right? Anyways, creating that divergence. Sorry, I dropped something. Here we go. We had the divergence, price action to the upside. We're seeing it play out. It wasn't very strong. We are sitting above that 20 MA right now. We got kind of like a wave happening. Anyways, contraction of the Bollinger Bands, you can see, move to the upside. Not as explosive as we would like it to be. Anyways, let's see here. Higher on the positive momentum. So again, no bearish divergence on the short term. However, on the longer term, let's see this high, low, again, no bearish divergence, man. Congrats. XLM just basically flagging right now, you could say, or not really flagging, but you know, I guess for this I would like to do a different chart. So if I consider this a high and this a low, I would throw my fibs on that area. Where's my fibs? So I'll go from that high to that low and see that we have retraced to that 236. I'm not pinpointing this. If I pinpoint it, I probably get better touch points. So let's see here, and this one's slightly higher. There we go. Anyways, you can see that we are sitting at that 236, bouncing off it, trying to move and retrace from that. Anyways, we're hitting a valid area of retrace from the high to the low. Again, usually you want to hit that 382, which is the most common area to begin retracing. But to make it a valid retrace, you have that 236. From here, you can start breaking down again, or you can try to go to the next level, that 382, and then the 50%, and then the 618, right? So the 61.80% retrace. The 382 being at 0.7, then being at 0.08, and then 0.05 at that higher level, right? Anyways, that's it for XLM. Dave Klassen, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. You just tossed a comment. I'm not sure if you're still here, bro. I do hope that you're here with us. And if you are, and you want me to look at something in particular, I would definitely look at it. David, if you want to look at something else, let me know if you're still here with us as well. And we'll keep on taking it from here, right? If there's no further comments, I will be ending the stream quite soon then. Just like I said, remember, Saturday I'm gonna start earlier than usual. I'm taking my kid camping, so I want to spend time with him. And then Sunday I will start later than usual because I'm coming back from the trip. Anyways, guys, if you like what we do, you know what to do. You come and you subscribe. You hit those bells so you're notified when we go live. Does anyone have any other requests before I go off the air? Something I'll look at real quick will be probably silver and gold and see how they're doing. Dow Jones still moving to the upside right now. Had a higher high than the previous highs that it's had in a while, right? So as you can see, we're still making a higher high, still making record days. Today, still, like I said, higher than previously. Man, sorry about that. Man, you know, those sneezes, when they come, they just hit you in a blast, man. What is this stuff, man? I am listening to like electronic music, and then the ads from Spotify come in with their weird, whatever they have, man. Sometimes they have like electro music, you know, and then they have whatever they want. Anyways, for some reason, my stream seems to be stuck. I'm not sure if it's happening with you, but at least on my cell phone, where I keep track of what's going on, it seems that my stream is stuck, so I'm gonna have to reload here real quick, make sure I'm looking at the same stuff that you guys are looking at. Again, I'm not sure why this happened, but let's go back to watch this. Don't want to load, so close the YouTube app real quick. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like keep track of the stream, make sure everything is good for you guys on your end. So to do that, I keep a copy of the stream running on my cell phone. That way I can make sure that I'm showing what I need to show. Hey guys, can see what I'm trying to show you. Anyways, I apparently am having problems with my Wi-Fi, so let's get rid of that and retry and reload this. Weird, man. Back into the channel real quick, stream, and yeah, there we go. 6 people tuned in. Awesome. Yeah. So I guess there's no more questions. So anyways, stuff happening here. You know, market flow, whatever. Higher high, there's high. Market's doing good right now. But as you can see, it seems that it's stagnating, right? Look, this is a daily. Look at how it's been moving, right? Like nice, and all of a sudden we're starting to get chop, right? We're starting to get all these like resistance to go higher, man. Maybe because of the trade war, maybe because many other things going on, but look at this, man. See, we had that nice move to the upside. Right now, we're starting to see some of this stagnation happening. We might get a move to the downside, I'm not sure yet. But right now, see the trend, it's upsloping right now. We're starting to get a lot of that chop happening, like I said, right? So, which I really hope this can pull through. Otherwise, we might see a drop in the stock market. Stuff that we can see really quick, right? And we've talked about it. Look, from here to here we have divergence. Here we didn't have it when I looked at it last time. But guess what, man? From here to here, you have bearish divergence again. So you might break down on the stock market. And you probably have from here to here as well. All right, from here to here going neutral. It would be a type of divergence. It just wouldn't be the one that we were looking for, the strong one. This would be weak bearish divergence. So potential price action to the downside. Let's look really quick at silver. Silver taking a dive. Neat. Didn't get any news from silver that were indicating a dive. We did probably have divergence on the shorter scales. So let's go into the daily. High, higher high. High, lower high. No signs of divergence. Unsure yet why we're getting these movements to the downside. We are seem to have faced some resistance around that 20 MA. We took a nasty dive yesterday. Sitting low on the RSI at 36.29. Again, let's go into gold and see if gold the same. Breaking out of the structure. Again, remember, when we break out of structures, you want to go from your high to your low, bring your measure move, and potentially that's where you will hit. So gold could go down to 1,397 right now. Unsure if we're gonna get there. This is probably happening because there are talks about the trade war passing or being on pause, right? So that could potentially be the driver for the prices of gold and silver, usually used as refuge during times of crisis, as to why the price of those assets is going down. Also, why the stock market is going up, right? because China, there's a possibility that the trade war gets put on pause. Anyways, yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to look at? Anything? Just put it on the stream and I'll look at it. Anyways, ignore that Binance CN comment. It's a scam site, scam YouTube video. So just keep an eye out for that. Jonathan Sanchez, how's it going, man? XLM. Yes, we just looked at XLM, but we'll look at it again, man. No problem. Yeah, let's go back to XLM. Let me find my XLM chart. Here we go. So it looks a little bit cluttered. I'll go to the other one first. Anyways, XLM on the daily, right? I threw out some fibs from the high to the low. Here it looks like we're off, but we're not. You will see it in a shorter term. Right now, on this small pump to the upside, we're not creating any bearish divergence. On any of the oscillators, we're going with the market. On the previous one, back here, we're also not creating any bearish divergence. We're going with the market. We're getting a breakdown on the last couple of days, but on stuff that's happening on the shorter time frame. We'll talk about that when I go to the other chart. Anyways, here you can see that we hit that from the high to the low. Right now, we are getting a retrace, a valid retrace, hitting that 236, staying above that right now, sitting at 0.0765. Right now, that line, that red line right here is that 236 is sitting at 0.07622. Again, making a valid retrace. It's going school. Yeah, it's cool, man. Like I said, trying to move to the upside. We're probably going to face resistance at that 20 MA on the 4 hours. If we break it, we're probably going to hit that 382 at 0.078. And then on the 1 hour, right? We have that movement. We're sitting off that 20 MA. We kind of bounce from it. Move us to the upside onto that next level at that 236. Right now, stuff that I can't see, right? High and higher, making more positive momentum. So no bearish divergence that's going on here. We had bullish divergence from here to here, and from here all the way down to here, right? So just on the MACD, not so much on the RSI. So yeah, on the RSI we kept on going down, except here on this chart, on this final part. I broke it down on the other chart and I said, look, you can divide it, right? Because we didn't have it on the other part. But anyway, so let me get rid not that one. Let me move this real quick. There we go. You will go from here to here, you have one divergence. From here to here, you have another divergence, right? Then here you would also break it down the same way. So you go from here to here, that's one divergence. And then from here to, sorry, no, I don't want to move that one. There we go. From here to here. So you have one divergence, right? One divergence, don't have it on the RSI. And then on these new divergence that you're creating, you're going lower still on your price, and you're also going in on your RSI. So again, creating more bullish divergence. Price action to the upside is not very strong, but it's still playing out. It hasn't finished going up. So something you should keep an eye out for. Anyways, we do have it here. We called it out earlier. Here, you don't have it on this RSI. You're going more or less neutral. You could certainly draw this straight line here and say that you're having weak bullish divergence on the last part. But here, since it's not showing on this chart, you know, we're going with that. Anyways, on this chart, we are sitting above the 618, right? Barely. Sorry, not the 618. Yeah, the 618. And that would be from our higher high, which is probably on the daily, or higher high, this one, to the lowest that we had before we actually start retracing in that 786. Right now we went down still, and right now we are trying to recover to the previous highs that we had. So that's what's going on with XLM. Right now we're in an uptrend. I kind of talked about that. I'll show it on this chart still. It's a little bit cleaner. So yeah, we were in a downtrend. We are still, I believe, in a downtrend. I haven't prolonged this to the downside, but we'll do it right now. Yes, we're still in a downtrend, but we're in the upper part of that downtrend. And then in the more immediate, shorter term, you'll see that we are within an uptrend right now. I'll take it from this high to this high, right? Here it was going to look like sideways movement, but I'll probably ignore that FOMO and take it from here, right? And go to here. And this I'll have to adjust real quick and probably go in here, right? I'm not doing this to highlight that is a channel that we're in. I just want to highlight that we are in an uptrend, right? So let me shift this real quick. There we go. Now you can see it, right? Dude, yeah, apparently I did end up drawing a valid channel. I didn't want to draw a valid channel. I just wanted to show the trend that we're in. Anyways, you can see that we have some touch points on the top, and then some respect for that midline. Quite a bit, man. I wasn't really aiming for that, and here you can see that we had that kind of here we hit that midpoint of the two channels crossing, and then we kind of were struggling to break above that mid part. Then we broke above it. Then we used it as support. That's why I know that the larger channel is still valid, and you know, we are still facing that mid part as resistance right now. So we faced it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times as resistance, right? Anyways, that's it for XLM, dude. Thank you, Jonathan Sanchez, for putting out a request for us to look at. If you want to look at another coin, do put that request out. It's we're taking requests, so. So if anyone else has anything they want to look at, now is the time. I am having a little bit of lag on the stream. I can see at least I have a good 20 seconds delay. So yeah, put something out there, guys. You know, I'll look at anything you guys want to look at, for sure. And let's look at Bitcoin real quick. What's Bitcoin doing? Still trying to recover a little bit, right? Let's go Bitcoin from there. I know. From the 1 hour, we're still moving down, man. From that bearish divergence that we called out, right? We don't have it on the RSI. We just have it on the MACD. We said we're probably gonna move down. We're getting that movement down. We called it on the previous hour, right? When we started the stream, it was the first coin we looked at after the news for Bitcoin. And look, man, divergence, move to the downside. We're getting it. We said we might touch that 20 MA. We can very, very well touch that 20 MA, and then potentially still break down. So really quick, let's look at Ripple. Not Ripple. Ethereum. Ethereum, we had divergence, bearish. We called it out yesterday. Still getting that nasty drop from 2 days ago. I think was 2 days ago, November the 6th. Yeah, so we called it out yesterday. We're getting still that move to the downside. Right now we're trading hidden bearish divergence, price continuation. Thanks for listening to us when you're driving, bro. Eyes on the road. Thank you for using us as a podcast, sorta. And if that is something that you guys would be interested in, like doing just like the news segment, I do believe that it's harder for me to like transfer what the images are to your head. But if you want me to do a like podcast version of this, I would certainly be interested in doing a podcast version of this. I already have the video. I just have to cut out the audio part, edit it, and then just put in a podcast format and probably upload it. And I can probably do a more in-depth news segment on the podcast. Anyways, like I said, we have that divergence, right? Hidden bearish, price continuation. Right now we're getting that move to the downside because the trend, the more minor trend that we're in, it's down sloping. So that's it for Ethereum. Let's go back to Ripple real quick. Ripple, touching back on Ripple. What is happening, man? Here I had some sort of resistance traced. What did I have? Oh, it was a resistance that we broke to the upside. We ended up hitting a measure move that right now on Ripple. We're going higher. We're also going higher. And on the other side, we're also going higher. So we didn't develop any kind of bearish divergence. Why are we breaking on Ripple? Did we have bearish divergence on the... Yeah, we had, I think, bearish divergence. We had bearish divergence on the 4 hour and on the daily on Ripple, right? We called it out at the beginning of the stream. That's what we're bringing to the downside on Ripple. Yesterday, that red day is from that daily bearish divergence that we had. And also on the 4 hours, we had that divergence. And we called it out on the stream yesterday when we were getting this first bar to the downside. Of course, we kept on breaking to the downside because, well, you know, it's Ripple and it's swell. And that's what happens when you're on swell and you hold Ripple, right? It just goes down. Now, like I said, I'm not hating on the coin. I do hold Ripple. I like the project. I like what they do. They have a use case. But again, I'm realist. So I was expecting Ripple to go down. And you can see all the previous streams. And I've always said that while before swell, price usually goes up. But during swell, they sell. So again, we were expecting those sales to happen. It's not a surprise. And I'm still holding it because I do believe long-term on the project. And yeah. So right now we're getting that move to the downside again, hitting that 28.03 cents. Not the best looking for Ripple, but still within that channel that we had called earlier. That is the sorry, it's we're still range bound between the 0.2980 or the 29.89 cents. Sorry, I got a little bit tongue twisted there. And the 27.911, right? That is the range that we've been bouncing in since, we'll call it back here, man. So October 13, right? Or if you want to go back, yeah, October 13, we got into this channel. We have not been able to break it almost a month within this channel, and have not been able to sustain prices above 30 cents for more than a day. On the daily here, you can see that we were up there for one day, and then right the next day, breaking us down. So again, like I said, Ripple not looking the best. Also not the worst. They are one of the coins with the most use case out there. So again, I would expect for this to pump soonish, hopefully. But let's see. Like I said, man, if right now where we're sitting at, if we end up getting to this low, we're probably gonna make more negative momentum than this previous island over here, and we're not gonna create bullish divergence. Sorry, and that's what we want to have for us to pump. I'm not sure if we go really quick to this low, we're probably not gonna create it. So I have to go slowly and make this lower low and create that bullish divergence, and hopefully pump to the upside. That's it for Ripple. So let's go back to Litecoin now. Litecoin's still in that upsloping channel again. Let's go into the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we called hidden bearish divergence. Price continuation again. We might get a little bit movement to the downside still. Let's wait and see how this keeps on developing again for Litecoin, right? We're in a more major downtrend. In the smaller trend, we're in an uptrend. Kind of falsely broke out, but going back into the channel. Now let's go on to Binance, man. Binance, what is happening with Binance? Binance creating also a hidden bearish divergence. So again, price action to the downside. We called it. We called it last hour, and we're still getting it. So again, we hit that 20 MA on this 1 hour candle and we're bouncing off it. And we said it was one of the potential things that we could do, right? Move to the downside, touch that 20 MA, and bounce from it. So again, I like it that we're usually pretty spot on the calls, man. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys want to look at something else, I just went really quick through the first 5 coins that we cover on the market, just to do a quick recap of what's going on and how they're still playing out. But if you guys want to look at something else, really put it on the chat. We're really, really friendly here. And if you don't know what's going on and you have any questions, ask. There's no bad questions. We're here for that. We want to educate people. We want to have people learn. We want to have people come in and be part of the community. And we really want to get this stuff going, right? So if you guys have any comments at all, please put them on the chat. Oh, before any comments come in or while comments come in or anything happens, I do have a stock that I want to look at. Remember, someone, anonymous user was here like 2 days ago, and he was telling me about this next cure, right? And they were coming out with a patent, and this stock pumped like crazy on a day, man. On a day, it hit like a 248% increase in price. So I was worried. I was wondering what is going to happen. I did talk about pullback potentially happening next day. They are having a drug that it's on trials. Their results are going to come out on Saturday. I think Saturday was the release date. But anyways, we pulled back yesterday. Right now, we're trying to like make it back again. Anyways, after an impulse up, we're gonna flag. So let's go into the 4 hours, and as you can see, we kind of moved down yesterday or today still. Yesterday and today, whatever. November the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Okay, so this would be just the hours from yesterday. So again, we are getting that move that we're expecting. Trying to recover a little bit. So let's go into the 1 hour. Yeah, we're making a flag. Not the best looking flag right now. It's also not but it's down sloping, and again, that's usually bullish, right? There we go. Yeah. So 9 people tuned in. I'm still live on my cell phone, so I know where I'm at. So any requests, guys, feel free. Otherwise, with this note, we're probably gonna end the stream. I'll look at Flugent Genetics. That's also one of the coins, not the coins, but one of the stocks that got requested by anonymous user. It had a pump. They released Q3 earnings. They're positive. Had a nice pump, plus 38% on that day. Next day, they undid 8.30% of that. But again, right now, recovering 3.27% yesterday. Again, gapping up a lot, bro. From November the 4th to November the 5th, had a really huge gappage to the upside. If we were to measure that gap, and I'll take it from the opening to the closing, sorry, be 18% jump on that gap alone, man. That is a large gap for a stock to open. Probably there was a lot of after market activity prior to the opening of the bell on the market, and that had that price pump, man, like crazy. It's pretty good. Anyways, no more requests came in. So Jonathan Sanchez, thank you for tuning in while you drive, and David, thank you for being here. Dave Klassen, thank you for being here as well. I appreciate you guys showing up to the stream, making comments, requesting coins. It certainly makes it more engaging for me. Makes it a lot more fun, for sure. 9 people tuned in. I'm not sure who the other people are, but again, guys, thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Talk to your friends about crypto. Get them engaged, get them hooked, and then they can come and watch the news with you here on this channel and learn about crypto with us. And yeah, that's it, guys. We are active on Twitter, Instagram, not so much on Instagram right now, but Discord, Facebook. So if you want to engage with us outside of the stream, you can do it. I am usually available. I do work, but I do try to reply as quickly as I can. Again, thank you all for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow. Remember, Saturday times are going to be off. Saturday, the stream starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, and Sunday probably 11 p.m. Eastern. Times are off on the weekend. I am taking my kid camping again. So have fun, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's still Friday. And I'll see you early on Saturday. If you can make it, that's fine. If you can't make it, that's also fine. I know it's not the usual time that we have allotted for this, but you know, it's the time that I can come online that weekend. And then again, I'll thank you all if you tune in on Sunday a little bit later than usual. I do know that there's Monday beginning of the work week. Some of you might not be able to make it. But again, I do also want to spend some time with my kid. I haven't done that much in the last 90 days or so that I've been doing this continuously, except for that one time that I had to take a break due to work reasons that I had to go out of town. But other than that, you know, we're here daily, and we'll still be here daily. Just the weekend, we'll be off a little bit on times. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow.